Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Ethan, I'm the Dungeon Master for the show. We've got a really messy setup with one player on Skype, one player gone, and we're in a different place than usual, so bear with us if there's technical issues. Going around the table, we have our players.
Hi, I'm Nick. I play Thaddeus, the human paladin of Asanahan.
On the little tablet that you can't see on the screen at all, we've got...
I'm Zach. I play Hunter, the Warforged Fighter.
Good.
I'm Nazria, a barbarian dwarf.
Played by George.
Also be taking the place of Kay, playing Harmony, the Tiefling wild magic sorceress. I had to try really hard not to say it right.
I didn't pull up my announcements. I'm so disorganized today.
Did I send them?
Nope.
Oh, well,
It's
that's
fine.
why.
That's fine.
This is what happens when Kay's not here, by the way, everybody.
Everything falls apart when we don't have team mode. So, we stream every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, then post those episodes to YouTube the following Wednesday. We use a lot of custom items and even a custom wild magic table for our resident wild magic sorcerer. So if you're interested in any of that, in the Twitch chat you can type !custom to get information on that from our bot. Or you can go to the links in Twitch or in the description of the YouTube video to get that information. All of our music comes from BattleBards and TabletopAudio.com, so if you like any of that, that's where you can go to check it out. If you're watching along on Twitch, you can type !welcome for a whole wiki full of information about the story so far, the characters, the enemies they've encountered, and things like that. So that's how you can get caught up. And other than that, enjoy the show. If you do enjoy, go back to the YouTube and watch through all episodes up till now. There's plenty of the content there for you to enjoy. And yeah, like, share with your friends. So, the story so far, let's see. The group was heading eastward in general, making their way towards the capital city of the continent of Freydin, the capital city of Farendel. And on their way there, they stopped in the lakeshore town of Westshore, where they had a day of frivolity and shopping and relaxation, at which point they were also then set upon by an old enemy of theirs from very early on in the story, a rogue named Vanessa, who was out for revenge. They dealt with her and her minions, and then managed to barter their way onto a ship across the Heart Lake towards the capital city. A ship called the SS Proudbow, named for Captain Proudbow. And yeah, so then they got out into sea. The waters were rather stormy, and they passed a stormy night trying to calm, a stormy night under the full moon, nonetheless, trying to calm their werebore companion Thaddeus, without getting any of the crew members harmed. And at the end of that, we ended last session with Thaddeus in a metal cage conjured by Harmony's creation spell, lying there naked in his human form in the morning after the full moon, with the group having successfully prevented him from harming anyone. So that's where we're picking up right in that moment, and I'll get some music going, and then we'll get started.
Thanks. Well recapped.
A little bit rambly, but that's what happens when I don't have it written out. There we go. So, Thaddeus, we're going to start with you.
Yeah.
You had been experiencing this dream where you were a boar and you were being assaulted by all these boars from all sides. And you were just desperately trying to fight them off and assert your dominance over them, but they ended up pinning you down and holding you in place. And as they're doing so, the dream then shifts slightly. And you find yourself, again, standing on 2 feet, still in the midst of the plains of Freydin, the Great Plains of Freydin. But this time clad in your armor, where do you keep your holy symbol? Is it like
It's on the shield.
It's on your shield.
Yeah.
So you've got your shield, and its holy symbol is there, and you have your. You've got your moon blade, and then the sign above is, or the moon above as you look up is not the full moon that you expect from the night that you've just passed, but it is a waning, is it waxing gibbous?
One of the two.
I think it's waxing gibbous for you. Is a waxing gibbous moon. And you sort of look around the plains, and at first you think you're alone. But then you notice as you turn around, there's a woman standing behind you. And this woman is radiant in appearance. She has long silver, radiant but powerful, long silverish hair tied back in a powerful warrior's braid down her back. She's clad in this radiant, extravagant silver armor. And you can see she has like earrings that dangle down from her ears, just elegant earrings that have the symbol of a waxing gibbous on them. And she, as she sees you turn around, she beckons you forward.
And I, for a second, I just want to look around to see like what else is here. Where am I?
It almost seems like as you stretch around, or as you look around, the terrain seems to stretch out, and it seems to go on for miles and miles and miles. And just the farther you look, you can continue to see farther and farther across the plains, but they never seem to end. It's just this ever expanding wave of grass.
Then I'll walk up to the one.
She says, in sort of like an authoritative, but yet still feminine in its own regard voice, she says, "My child."
And that is drops to a name.
You've passed a difficult night, the past night.
Do I remember the dream?
You would, yeah, you sort of still have the like feeling of adrenaline pumping in you, because and it's still very vivid in your mind. But the situation has obviously changed.
Right. So. I'll ask, what happened?
Well, I mean, as you were aware, as you suspected, you were cursed with the curse of lycanthropy.
That is not says. Whatever I did to deserve this, I'm sorry. How can I make amends?
You've done nothing wrong, child. In fact, you've made the correct judgment. The lycanthropy that runs through your veins at this very moment is not, in and of itself, evil. Many people use it for evil, but Sehenin, my older sister, she will often permit it due to its ties to the moon, and I see that as folly. So I believe you made the correct choice when you said that this was a curse upon you that you must seek a way to remove. Your friends, in fact, prevented you from causing any further harm. You have done no evil, child.
Thank you. That's important to me to know.
I'm here tonight, after your ordeal, to confer upon you a power that will help you to rebuke the evil that is within you, in my name. And she reaches forward and she touches you on the head. And you can feel energies just course through your body. And you also, it's weird, it's almost like a transfer of knowledge. And you hear in your mind the words of a prayer. She says, "There, I have transferred the knowledge of a prayer that, when spoken in my name, will remove the curse from you, and the curse, any curses that might befall your allies in the future. Keep them close. They protected you this night, and they themselves have many dark forces that haunt themselves. Stay with them, and you will..."
You've shown me. I know.
I know. I knew you would understand. Stay with them, and you will be presented with plentiful opportunities to do my bidding.
I will do that. I'll do as you ask, always.
Then sleep. And she reaches out again, and she flicks her hand, and your eyelids go closed. But then they instantly reopen, and you are you find yourself in this iron barred cage with Nazria, Hunter, and Harmony standing around you,
And I like bolt upright.
Oh, look who's awake.
and completely naked.
And I
I'm
like,
completely naked.
why is no one fetched me clothes?
You what?
What was that, Zach?
I'm gonna hand him some clothes
Okay.
Yeah.
and then make sure that he's living sane.
Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty much fine. Like, all of the hair has retracted from him. His tusks have gone back in. He looks like Thaddeus, except he's naked, and you're sort of like rushing to try and get the clothes back on you.
Right. Like kind of turning around.
Harmony sort of gives you a toothy little laughing grin and says, "Well, now that you're back, I guess I might as well go tell the captain what's happened here." And she makes her way upstairs and back up onto the deck.
I'm told nobody was hurt.
No.
And now, like, did she remove the cage?
No, the cage
Of course
stays
she
in
did.
effect.
Of course she didn't.
Yell back at her, be like, remove the cage first!
She actually cannot.
No, she can't?
Nope, creation is a spell that cannot just be ended.
I don't think she
Oh,
would either.
okay.
Let me see how long these metal bars will last.
If it's stone, it was like 8 hours. Then metal was like 1 or 2 or something.
1 hour. And actually, I
we
think
waited on like the last hour or so.
I think that, yeah, the cage was to make it for the last hour. So after about like 5-10 minutes or so, they disappear and disperse into magical energy.
Alright. I'm gonna go find my things.
Okay. Yeah, it's all back where you were sleeping. And it's sort of like your sleeping
Whose
roll.
clothes are these, by the way?
Oh, those are mine! One of the crew members speaks up. I don't want them back anymore. You can keep them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go find my my holy symbol and things and start my morning prayers.
Okay. And you do, just as part of you leveling up, you do have the ability to remove curse now. So, as a special prayer conferred upon you by Esanhin.
Well, it's in the pattern spell. So.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it a little story themed. Yeah, but the rest of you are exhausted because all of you have been up for an entire night without sleep. So you are, for game purposes, at a point of exhaustion.
Aw,
What would you like to do?
I'd like to rest.
Rest?
Yeah,
Maybe.
resting sounds good.
Okay. So the crew is sort of switching places at this point in time. They're sort of like switching out rowing members, but you all find your way to your bedrolls, and none of them really disturb you. There's sort of like, you can hear off in the corner that gambling group that gets together and gambles and plays together. They're a little bit raucous, but you're tired enough that you manage to all drift off to sleep. At some point in this rest, Harmony comes back and gets to sleep as well, having explained what happened to the captain. Yeah, you all get your rest.
I get to get more HP.
And yeah, Nazria and Thaddeus both also get to level up, which is sweet.
Oh, awesome.
It's
I did mine during the week, so I'm all set.
Okay.
It is.
Mine's a
Is it details?
Yeah, you do a d12 for barbarian.
I think you get 7 is your average.
Okay.
Oh.
I like rolling.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So if you roll it, it's a d12 plus your constitution modifier.
Ooh, okay, that's pretty high.
Yeah, so if you look at your hit
Yeah.
dice, it's that.
Hmm?
If you look at your hit dice, it's that type of die.
Oh, I see. Okay. Ooh, that's 14.
How?
Woo!
Oh,
I got
Oh my
magic
goodness.
dice.
Nazria always rolls way too high.
So that
You
puts me
always
over
roll so
100
good.
HP.
That's
Let's
nonsense.
see. I'm at 112.
Okay.
Wow.
Uh,
We're at some triple digits.
question, since I'm preparing my spells this morning, are we likely to reach fortieth today?
At this point, you know that you are now. So one day, one night. You are now, since you're going to wake up in the evening, it will be the evening of your third night at sea, and you know that you have 2 more until you reach.
So probably don't prepare fine food today.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well then, are you guys all set? Okay. You wake back up, and it is evening time, and you can feel that the storm is still raging outside the boat. The waves are tossing against the side, and it's just pounding constantly. You can hear the winds howling, and you can hear rain hitting the deck above. You don't wake up peacefully either. You wake up to a shout from above the deck, and you can't quite make out what it is from down here.
I didn't have to go to sleep during all that time, I don't think.
Well, you would have been pretty exhausted.
Okay, yeah, so I probably wasn't as well. Even though I just woke up. Sort of.
It was weird because, like, while Thaddeus's mind was sort of in a dream state, your body was not.
Yeah,
so when you woke up from that, you were exhausted.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense.
Yep. But yeah, there seems to be some commotion on the upper deck, and actually Harmony isn't down here resting at the moment.
I immediately look for potted plant Harmony.
Nowhere to be seen. Not this time.
Oh no.
No. I'm gonna go up to the top deck, see if I can find her there.
Okay. And yeah, she's there, and she's like on up against the railing, looking out across the sea, and you can hear up from the crow's nest area. Liz, the first mate, is shouting. She's like, "What do you want to do, Captain?" And he's Captain Proudbow shouts back, "Well, I don't know. What should we do? I'm not sure if we can even steer that way." And you can see he's like looking out with his little telescope thing across the same direction Harmony is looking.
I'm gonna call it to Harmony. Harmony, what are you looking at?
And she calls back, "Well, the captain and Liz have spotted something. Here, just look out that way. It's really hard to see, but see there's a big rock formation, and as you look out, it's probably about all you can make out through all of the rain that is coming down sideways and the heavy blowing winds and the crashing waves. But you can see this big spiraling rock formation that is going upwards towards the sky. And there almost seem to be... roll some perception checks.
Can I, if I look through my scope, will that help me?
Yeah, you'll see some different things than they see if you look through your scope.
Natural 20
Okay.
plus 4.
Man, unless we have equalized
Natural
there,
2.
then, oh, I did not do very well. I got...
I think you get advantage through your scope.
What was that?
I think you get advantage when you look through your scope. Is that...
If you want to give it to me, we didn't write that down for perception checks, but if you think so.
I thought that was a thing on the card, but I'll give it to you situationally in this case anyways.
Okay. Alright, that's better. I got a 13.
Okay, so let's see. Nazria, with your natural 20, Thaddeus, pretty much all you can make out is the rock formation itself, and you can't tell why they're making such a big fuss of this. Nazria, what you can see, you look past the rock formation and up to the sky, and you can see that the storm clouds are billowing directly above this large rock formation. And they are just like spiraling in big, wide circles.
So I'll alert the team.
Yeah. Hunter, when you look through the scope, you can see what the captain and Liz see, essentially, which is that there seem to be 10 or so figures stranded on this big rock formation. And some of them even seem to be like waving their arms, and like occasionally you'll see like flashes of light.
Okay.
And the captain's just like, "I don't know what we could even do. Can we even make it towards it looks like the center of the storm is right there. We'll be battered to bits."
Okay. I'm not sure either. So they're just on this rock formation, like waving at us?
Mm-hmm. And then his first mate calls back to him, "But if we don't go help them, they'll be killed in the center of the storm, or who knows? They've obviously been shipwrecked. Someone's got to help them."
Should we? Should we go? I think we should.
Nausea feeling pretty sick on this boat, and I think she just wants to get on with it. So
Well,
she's like, "No, forget them. You know, they built their own beds, and now they're on a rock."
You feel a wave of disapproval coming from Orc Splitter.
Oh, come on.
that is to point out, if we go there, you'll get the chance to step off the boat from them.
Nausea hadn't thought about that and is convinced completely. Let's go! What are you waiting for?
Okay. What was that, Zach?
I said that was easy. Convince Nausea.
Yeah.
Okay. This rock formation is still a little ways off, and Liz from the Crow's Nest sort of hears your conversation going on and she says, "Look, even our passengers want to go help them, Captain. We've got to do it. Think about your reputation, man." And he goes, "That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Captain Proudbow can steer into any storm."
That was easy.
And that is like makes it aside to Hunter and Nausea. If you hadn't do it, I would.
And so, hearing that that's the general consensus, the captain begins to steer the boat that way.
We're sailing on my dime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's definitely playing into his brain. Like, you're paying him quite a bit of money for this. So they start to steer the boat that way, and as the boat is cutting through the waves, it's just up and down the entire time. And it's still quite a ways off, but as you get closer, you can make some more perception checks and see if you can make out more details.
Let's see if I can do better than last time. I got a natural 20.
No
Okay.
way! I got a 17.
Oh,
No,
I
21.
got a 7.
Okay.
Woo!
So that's 22 for me.
So 22,
20-something.
20-something, and
21.
7. Okay. So what Thaddeus can see, since you still can't make out the fine details, since you're still quite a ways away, you make out, in a brief moment as you're sort of like watching the storm above with sort of like this feeling of trepidation as you're going forward, you see that same face emerge from the clouds that you thought you saw before, the day before. And then in another moment it's gone, and then there's a flash of lightning. And the flash of lightning actually illuminates the figures on the rock a little bit more, and you can see a couple of them glint as if they're wearing heavy armor or something like that. Then Nazria,
21?
I guess, yeah, you'd see pretty much about the same thing, because Hunter didn't make his roll very well with the scope,
Okay.
so that's about what you'd see this time. And now you get probably about... You start to get like 300, 400 feet in distance from this outcropping. And now, finally, at this point, you can make out fine details.
Are there like rowboats or lifeboats we can use to go ashore from here? Because I don't want to risk running aground.
Yeah, there's 2 of them, and actually the captain then calls out, "This is about as close as we get!"
Where are the longboats?
They're on the sides, and you look, and they're just like hanging off the sides a little bit. Over the railings.
Okay.
There's
I'll
like
go
a contraption and you can lower them down.
How
Alright,
close are
now
we to
here,
the
close your
rock?
eyes.
Oh, okay.
What was that, Zach?
How close is the boat to the rock formation?
Now about 300, 400 feet.
Okay.
So do you want
I'm
to...
opting to just like stay on the boat and just launch arrows if you guys fight stuff.
Okay.
But
So you're not going aboard the lifeboats?
I could, but should we leave someone to defend the boat just in case? And then I can also help with arrows?
That's what Vista is for.
Yeah, shoot. What was her? Vistra, yep. The dwarf woman who sort of, it's her job to protect the boat, comes over and claps you on the shoulder and says, "Aye, don't worry about the boat, laddie. I've got this. You can go on shore with your friends.
Okay, let's go.
They're gonna need your help."
Okay. Is Harmony coming?
Yeah, Harmony's like first in the boat.
Yeah.
She just like leaps over the edge into it before it's even lowered down.
Are we only taking one boat, or do we need 2?
If we're taking them back,
If
we
it's
might
just,
need to.
yeah, if you're gonna bring people back, you might need 2.
Yeah.
So let's take 2 then.
Okay.
So who is doing the locomotion? Rowing,
Me.
probably.
Oh, all right.
Nasri and Thaddeus? Okay.
I can
We're the ones
rotate.
with the high strength.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, each of you make a athletics check.
Easy peasy.
Are you doing it, or am I?
We are.
I got a 10, but it turned into a 20.
My 10 only turned to an 18.
Oh!
Oh.
Didn't make little lifeboats. I should have done that.
Do you have any cards? Oh, I put cards in.
That's fine. We'll just get rid of this boat since nobody's on it. We'll put you guys here. Who's in which boat?
If we made the rowing roll, it's probably you're in one. I imagine with Harmony, and I'm all over with.
Okay.
Okay. We'll say those are your boats.
Where's the cards?
Hmm?
Where's the cards you have? Like, those good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
put them
they're here.
down. Oh no, they're okay.
That's a good idea.
And make up.
Make those into rowboats?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think it's opposite. It is.
There you go.
Okay. Now, as you get up really close to the island, you can start to see the finer details of everything. So make for me one... Oh, wait, what was the athletics checks?
Mine was 18.
18, 20, and Hunter?
I got 14.
Harmony's trying to help too, and she does okay. 13
She does
plus
okay.
whatever her strength is.
It's athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to do perception again?
She's trained for some reason. So that's 18 for her.
18.
as well.
So yeah, actually between all of you, even with the choppy waves, you managed to like just charge over them. You make pretty good. You're not really slowed down too much at all due to the storm, which is pretty miraculous. And you can begin to make out the finer details of things. So go ahead and make those perception checks, and I'll set things up.
7.
14.
I got a 15.
This isn't perfect. I'm really confused. Okay.
Okay. And what you see as you get close, perception checks?
Oh, 7.
7,
14.
14,
15?
15. Make one for Harmony as well.
Alright, it's really good. No, it's 12.
12. Okay. Well, now that you're pretty close, it's pretty easy to see. So those of you who are above 10 would see... Thaddeus, I think you were the only one not. So, like, water splashes in your eye, and you're trying to get it out, and it's, like, all salty, and it stings, and it's horrible.
I'm focusing on keeping the boat afloat.
Yeah. The rest of you can see that the forms... How many did I put up there? There might be a few too many, actually. Oh, yeah, that's too many of these guys, actually. Okay. Thought I counted those out better. You can see that the shore itself of this island that sort of has like this spiraling upward ramp that just seems to spiral inward, which is what you're seeing here. The widest layer of it is at the sea level, and then it seems to ramp up starting here and going around in circles until it gets to the very top, which is probably like 50 feet up in the air.
It's a steep ramp.
Yep, it's a pretty steep ramp. You can see around the lower level of this island and they seem to be sort of like patrolling back and forth and looking out into the water, and they definitely see you coming, are more metallic warforged figures, very similar to
Oh
Hunter.
boy.
Uh-oh.
Up towards the top of the island, you can see those people who were waving their hands, and you were seeing flashing lights from them. You can now make out more details. They have the black robes with the purple insignia of the Eye of the World upon it. And the flashing lights and the waving of their hands are not actually signals to you. They are conducting some form of ritual.
Ooh. Okay, let's get back to the boat.
I think if we go back to the boat, it would be torn apart by whatever they're doing here.
Oh.
And the warforged that are on the beach can see you coming. So let's roll initiative.
Oh boy.
You're probably at this point like 20 feet off.
Oh, we don't get
Sure.
stealth rolls?
Nope, not in this case.
Stealthy boat.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll roll for Harmony this time.
Oh.
I got 12 for my initiative.
Okay, that's right. I need to make a card for you.
And then through the webcam.
already seen better days.
Yeah.
I like the drawing.
Why, thank you. Ooh, it's so exciting.
Thaddeus, you're kind of slow today.
Yeah. Kind of slow and kind of blind. Strong now.
I'm gonna ask Harmony what the range on her message spell is.
6 feet.
60 feet. Okay.
I need to look that up.
All right. So Nick.
Yeah.
For your reference, Harmony said, or Kay said that Harmony for this is going to stay back as much as she can, and keep to her ranged spells.
Okay.
And that's all the instructions I can give you for this point in time.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, first up is Nazria. Your boat is still like 20 feet out. If with your movement, you can easily row it to the shore.
Okay.
If that's what you would like to do.
Oh, I've got Harmony in my boat. I'll ask Harmony, like, do you mind if I go to the shore?
You could also easily hop out of the boat and go swimming.
No. No, Nazria's not doing that. No.
Okay.
Okay, I guess Nazria will... Well, she'll ask Harmony.
Ah.
So we're going to shore?
Well, you're not going to be any use from here, are you? And she's like, at this point, like readying a spell to start throwing it.
Okay. But what are you going to do? You're going to stay in the boat? Are you coming with me?
Yeah, I'll just stay back as far as I can. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. So I'll row to the shore and get out.
Okay.
And let's find whoever's closest to me.
So you hop out there.
Go into a rage.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait. Or do I want to yell something? No, these are the bad guys. I don't know this. So I'm going to go into a rage.
And as you alight on the shore, you can hear the closest warforged to you, this guy, who is just basically, he's got a crossbow mounted on his shoulder that seems to be turning towards you. And then he's also pulling out of like a little loop on his belt. He's pulling out a warhammer.
Ooh.
And he's just about to start making his way towards you.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm going to take out my Mace of Terror.
Okay.
Which is a magic item. And I'm going to try to attack him with it.
Let me switch songs here. All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, no.
No.
Mace of Terror plus 9. Oh, that's not going to hit. That's a 11.
And no, it doesn't. You go and as you try to bring down Orc Splitter on him, he pulls out his shield.
Mace of Terror.
Oh, Mace of Terror, that's right. He pulls out his shield and just bats it aside.
Yeah. Okay, second attack. Oh my god! It's a 3. So never mind. That's a 12.
Okay.
What the heck? I wasted all my luck on perception checks.
Are you raging?
Mm-hmm.
All right, is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Then it is something that hasn't happened yet. Hunter.
Okay. So I will row us to shore.
Okay.
Also, I can't hear any music if you're playing it.
We are. So you're not hearing it on Twitch?
No. Well, let me turn it up real quick and make sure.
It's pretty quiet.
I'm just trying not to overpower the audio because for some reason it's a little bit off from our usual setup.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I'd rather hear
So
you
I
guys
rose
than
to
the
shore.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know if you were talking. And I will look at the map. I guess I will pull out the Sword of Wounding in my shield, because it looks like we got some melee battles coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, can I reach anybody with my remaining movement or not? If I can't do that, then I'll pull my bow and start shooting.
You can get on shore, but you can't quite. Yeah, you can't quite make it to
Okay,
anyone in
can
melee combat.
Can I pull my bow and start shooting them?
Yep. So you use the bonus action to set it in place.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you going to back up Nazria or go for someone else?
I'll go for someone else. Are there any other? You said there was one with a crossbow, or there's other ranged ones?
Yeah. Basically,
Okay.
most of them have
Nice.
a crossbow mounted on their shoulder that seems to be moving on its own a little bit.
Can I? was thinking, can I shoot that on? What's it made out of? Is it like metal or wood?
It looks like it's a wooden crossbow attached by a metal piece.
Okay. I'll consider shooting the crossbow. See if I can break it, maybe?
Okay.
Is this a
I can try
disarming strike?
Sorry?
Is this a disarming strike you're doing here?
Yeah, I would say you'd probably have to do a disarming strike for this.
If I have disarming strike, which
Yep.
I do, so
Okay.
I'll make a disarming strike and see if I can disarm the crossbow with it.
Go for it.
So I'll use my scope and I will make some shots against that. So I got a 27 to hit.
Okay, so to use your scope, you're going to have to go for one of those guys over there, I think.
Oh,
Actually, even there within 25 feet, so...
we didn't. I don't think we had a range on it though.
Oh, it's
We
just
just
a...
said that
Right.
We just said that if someone was within 5 feet, they have advantage on me.
Okay, then that's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, that hits for sure. That hits.
Okay. So I'm going to use disarming strike, and that is a strength save on his part, which is 8 plus proficiency, so that's not right. Plus something else. Oh, I see. Is a DC, it says 8 plus proficiency plus strength or dex, so it's my strength or dex, is that right?
Yes.
That's right, yep.
Oh, that'd be, okay, so that is, because I didn't do it after the most recent one that I recalculated.
Regardless of what it is, though, he's going to fail. So the shot,
I'll
bing,
do it later.
knocks the crossbow straight off his shoulder.
Okay. And then it does, 9 plus,
Did you guys getting jumping again?
It might be your connection to my Wi-Fi.
Oh, I'm actually not connected to it.
17 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Is there another one with the crossbow?
Basically, all of them that you can see seem to have these crossbows on their shoulders.
Okay, well, can I shoot another one that at range that has another crossbow?
Yep.
Do the same thing? Okay, I'll do the same thing. And then got a, ooh, that's pretty low actually. Well, I got a 19 to hit.
Okay. That would ordinarily hit, but he brings his shield. Oh wait, no, it has to be
Oh,
melee.
no way.
It has to be melee.
Oh my gosh.
Never mind. It has to be melee. It hits. That hits.
Oh, okay.
I misread his ability.
Okay, so then the DC for this is 12 plus 18. It's a strength save for 18 is what it have to make.
That
The
is a
damage
fail at a
is-
16.
Okay. 8, so that's 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'll mark those off, and that's my turn.
Okay. Then it is them. Nazria has one next to her that will make an attack against her. These two, he'll try and get on the boat next to Harmony.
Oh
But those are the only three that are actually going to move at this point. Actually, this one or this one. But you can't really get anywhere. So let's make some attacks. It's a 12. So against Nazria, let's see, there is an 25 and a 13
no! Ooh, 25 hits.
and a 17.
Ah, 17 hits.
Okay.
Unless, wait, my armor class is 17. That means it hits. Okay.
So he does against you. This is going to be halved because you're raging.
Oh boy.
You
You don't like it when you preface it. Profess. What am I saying? Anyway.
preface.
Yes.
He does a total of 9 bludgeoning damage as he slams you.
I thought he was
his-
going to be like 47
No,
or
no, no.
something.
He's just hitting you with a warhammer.
Okay.
9 bludgeoning damage, halved down to 4.
Okay.
And then the second attack that he hit you with is, and then so that's halved. It's 11 halved down to 5 bludgeoning damage. And the one that has made its way up to Hunter, there's going to be a 23 to hit, and then the other one is a very clear miss, and then one more at a 16. So 2 misses and a hit, I think. And he does 9 bludgeoning damage as he just hits you with... He tries to hit you with his Warhammer 3 times, but he can only get 1 solid hit on you.
Okay.
And then the one against Harmony.
That is so lonely in the room right now. Just like, oh, there's a fight going on.
So that is a 16, a 14, and that's a hit for sure.
All of those are hits.
Okay. For Harmony. Oh, geez.
Oh god. No, is she dead again?
Let me double check something here.
Well, based on what they're saying, so like 3 hits probably doesn't touch you down. Unless they're like 2 hits.
They're pretty good hits so far. Okay. That is 28 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Yep.
She's still dead.
Oh,
She's
that's,
still alive.
that's less than I thought it would be. That's good.
Yeah.
But that definitely looked like it hurt her, so someone's going to want to get her off. Or get the guy off of her.
Yeah.
At this point, you can see the mages... a blast of electrical energy goes up from each of their... They each point a wand skyward. And a blast of electrical energy goes up to the sky. And the storm above you ruptures. And something comes shooting down towards the ground. Slamming in with a heavy impact that basically rocks the entire island as if it were like hit by an earthquake. Landing at the very center at the top.
What? Oh,
20 to 30
damn.
feet tall, towering above all of you, is a massive purple-skinned... hold on, let me bring up a picture so I can actually describe this well. A giant. And it seems to... Its very being seems to crackle with electrical energy. And it almost seems like it was pulled from the storm itself to slam down here on the ground. It's clothed in large leatherish armor of some kind, and its eyes are like a silverish color. And it just surveys the ground and it says, "Who has pulled Voltus from his storm?" And his voice booms across the island.
Should have gone back to the boat.
And the situation has gotten very, very intense. Harmony.
Oh, boy.
Harmony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Harmony probably would have used her Hellish Rebuke at least on this dude.
She definitely would have.
Which is a dex save on his part, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Just a second. For him, that is a big failure out of 9.
Yeah. So 3d10. Fire damage to him. 16 fire damage.
Okay. Is there anyone in our chat? Well, okay.
Then I think she's gonna try banishing this guy.
All right. Does he need to make a save?
Yeah.
He rolled a 3.
Okay.
What happens to him?
He is gone. He just winks out of. He would have been sent back to his home plane.
This is his home plane.
Then he's banished to a. What's the word for a temporary?
Like a demi-plane?
Demi-plane. That's right.
Okay.
For 1 minute.
All right. Then let's take him away.
He'll come back to that exact space in 1 minute.
All right.
Hopefully, the tides
Can
will
we move the boat?
Yes.
And then he drowned. Okay, Nuzri's not smart enough to think of that. But
I'm not quite sure how he would just come back in the water, I think, rather than in the boat. But that is a good idea. Anything else for Harmony?
Oh, it actually lasts an hour.
Oh,
So
dang.
We'll probably be long gone. And this guy will come back.
Hour? Oh, jeez.
And just be like,
That's so good.
this is great.
That was actually going to lead me to the next thing that Kay said about Harmony, which is use banishment. But
Well, I got it covered.
you messed up the target. She wanted to banish the giant.
Oh.
That's fine.
Yeah, that probably would have been better. Oh, no, this is 1 minute. I was looking at the wrong spell.
All right, then it is Thaddeus' turn.
Okay.
Finally.
Good job. How far up did you say this? Like, how far is each level up, basically?
It's interesting because the first level is like 5 feet up. The
Mhm.
second level then goes up about 10 feet, and then the third level goes up about 20 feet. So it gets steeper and steeper as it goes.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get. This is an end, right?
Yes.
Thaddeus will use a bonus action, and then come up and kind of around here
Mm-hmm.
and attack this guy.
That was a bonus action, like Misty Step?
No, bonus action to sword.
Oh, sword. Okay. Yeah.
So I got to activate that. Start my turn. It's 2 hits, probably. At 21.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hits.
And better.
Okay. Then both hits.
Roll my damage dice.
This is the one which will already hit.
So take 28 cold damage.
Jeez. Okay. And that like you can see like his gears and mechanisms start to like freeze over, and he's like having trouble moving. That hurt him a lot. Do you get another attack?
That was 2 attacks.
Oh, that was 2 attacks. Okay. Got anything else?
Nope, that was fine. Movement, action, and bonus action.
Okay. Then you can see from the ship far back, several hundred feet back. Actually, what is the range on this? Maybe they actually can't do anything. What is the range on a heavy crossbow?
A heavy crossbow?
Ah, here it is. 400 feet at long range. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. 100, you didn't even need to come with us. You're good.
Yeah, I bet so.
Okay, that's not going to do it. Oh, that'll do it. You can see the one that Nazria is fighting. A crossbow bolt comes. 2 crossbow bolts, actually. One of them goes really wide, though. 2 crossbow bolts come flying at the one you're fighting there. Shoot, the camera fell. And one of them strikes it, doing some damage. 1d10. Plus so many stat blocks. Plus 4. Wow, that's some pretty good damage. For 11 points. Okay. From the direction of the ship, you can basically see standing on the deck the dwarven woman Vistra has like taken out a crossbow, and she's supporting you from the ship as it just sails by. And Captain Proudbow is very clearly shouting something, but you can't tell what. It's not staying up. There we go. All right. Then it is Nazria's turn.
Woo! Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to go to Frenzied Rage.
Okay, so you're going to get 3 attacks now.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to ask Orc Splitter. Wait, but I'm not wielding Orc Splitter. But can I
Not
still
at the
ask
moment.
it?
You could switch.
I could switch.
And actually, yeah, you do still have sort of like a telepathic connection to it, so you could still ask, I suppose.
Okay. So I'll take out Orc Splitter and ask, can you cast haste on me, please?
And you feel Orc Splitter can feel like your emotion and the tension of the moment, and you feel like this urge to protect well up in him, and then well, Orc Splitter is it, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's like a as your limbs start to jitter, and you are hasted, Nazria.
Oh, boy.
Yeah! Hooray!
Alright, so I've got 4 attacks now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get this guy in front of me. Oh, come on! That's actually a 12.
Doesn't hit. Nope.
One of
These guys
white
have-
attacks has to hit.
Their armor plates look almost as heavy as Hunter's, and then they've also got a shield that they use to parry a lot of their attacks as well.
About a 19.
That'll do it.
Yes! Okay.
However, this is a melee attack, so he brings up his hammer and bashes. As his reaction, he bashes Orc Splitter aside.
He only
To
gets one
what?
reaction then.
What?
He only gets one reaction.
So he just parries it out of the way. You still have it in your hand.
Oh,
Yeah, and you can go for your other 2 attacks.
this guy's awful. Ooh, that's good. That's 21.
Okay,
Actually,
that'll
I
hit
think
for sure.
it's pretty good.
That's for sure a hit.
Oh, yes. Okay. Let's see. My damage is 1 to 12.
Camera.
So that's
Oh, Spunky's whining. Come on, hon.
that's 18.
Okay, jeez. And this is with a magic weapon. So that's good.
Oh, is Orc Splitter magic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, duh.
Orc Splitter is
Yeah.
way magic.
Oh my
It's
god.
incredibly magic.
Orc Splitter is your most
oh, we only
magic
have-
weapon.
Or
Oh my
it can cast spells.
I know, and it has an intelligence. I was like, oh, I've only got the maze. Oh, what a bummer.
No, Orc Splitter is
Oh my
way
gosh.
magic.
Okay. Sorry, I pulled a little nausea there. But I got one more attack. And it's, oh yeah, 23.
23. Okay.
Okay.
That also hits.
Another 18. Voila.
Alright.
Oh my gosh, so many attacks.
Yeah.
With a magic weapon, no doubt.
Yeah.
And that last one, it basically, like, the magic weapon... I won't to stay up anymore. The magic of Orc Splitter slices through that Warforged like butter. And he goes crumbling to pieces.
Yay.
Then it is the giant's turn. And he has lots of mages around him who have disturbed his slumber.
Yes.
So he's going to make an attack at one of them. And even with a rather low roll, 2 low rolls, you can see he basically, like, he reaches out his hand and he looks up towards the sky and a lightning bolt comes streaking down, and it lands in his hand and it then forms into the shape of a sword, and then he just smashes it twice into one of the mages,
Whoa.
completely killing them.
See, it's this guy.
Oh, I didn't place.
Okay.
And he says, "I say again, who disturbed my slumber?"
It was them. Not us.
Then it is Hunter's turn.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't have stats for the sort of wounding. You gave me the card, and it gives me the information, but I don't know the like weapon stats. Can you give that to me real quick?
So the to hit is going to be the same as your normal weapons.
Okay.
Unless it says it has a +1, which it might.
You didn't say +1.
Okay, then it doesn't.
Okay.
And then it's going to be whatever a rapier is, which I believe is a D8
It is.
of piercing.
Okay. Piercing, but it's magic too, right?
Yep.
Okay, magic / piercing. Okay. Got it. And then the damage is this thing. Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm still in melee with this one guy, right? Then
Yep.
I will pull out that Sword of Wounding in my shield.
Oh, he
And
should have had
then
advantage
I will make
against you.
some melee attacks against him.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot he should have had
So-
advantage against you because of your scope, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah, he should have.
I forgot it.
do you
My
wanna-
bad. No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's my bad. So I won't go back.
Okay. We'll say like a rock lands on Hunter's head, does some more bludgeoning damage or something. So I got this probably hits 29 to hit for my first attack.
It's for
and
sure.
a natural 20 for the second attack.
Hits for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna do some damage. So the first attack does roll a 1, so it does 7.
Okay.
And the next attack does so 7 magic and then 13 magic on the second attack. and then they have the wounding debuff.
It
If
doesn't
they
matter
get
though.
affected by it, but they're living constructs like me, so I don't know if they actually get affected by this. Well,
They-
it's necrotic, so I guess maybe they.
Yeah, they
Mother,
would.
It died.
They would normally, but the last pierce with it went
Oh,
straight
sorry.
through where it's, I guess not necessarily where its heart would be, but like where one of its vital mechanisms was, and it goes, and it just like crumples to the ground, unable to move or do anything because it's dead.
Okay.
Then, there we go. We'll use these guys. From 3 sides of the island, rising up out of the water on jet boots that you've seen before, up into the air, are 3 big Warforged. And they rise up...
Like Giant Hunter?
Yeah, Big Hunter. They rise up... they're the large size ones. I just didn't use large size tokens. They rise up into the air until they're level with the Storm Giant. And you can see their chest compartments slide back, revealing these sort of like crystalline structures on their interiors. And these beams of energy like go out from there and connect with the Storm Giant. But he like shrugs it off. It just seems to be making him more angry. He's like flailing at these beams. No, not today! And he's just like flailing at them and shrugging off whatever effect it would have had. Simultaneously, a little Warforged. 30. Make their way around that way. And did any of them make it next to people? I think one made it next to Thaddeus, and one made it next to Nazria. So we'll make some attacks. Against Nazria, there is a 18 and a 24, and then a 13. Okay. First attack.
Did Thaddeus remove his curse?
Yes, that
you
would have
did?
happened.
You did.
Okay. That wasn't said, but I guess he did. That would have been a very good point. Because they would not have been hurting you. The first attack...
No, I thought about that, definitely.
Okay.
I was trying to rush into this, so I didn't really give much time for it. Sorry about that. The first attack against Nazria does 15, half down to 7 points of bludgeoning. The second one that hit does 11, half down to 5 points of bludgeoning. As he gets a couple attacks with his Warhammer, and then he brings up his shield ready to defend again. Lastly, the mages up top, 2 of them begin firing spells at the giant in an apparent effort to weaken him. However, one of them notices that you guys have arrived and is going to cast a spell, I think, down towards... Nazria is doing really well. I'll go for Nazria.
I'm under 100 HP now.
Oh, woe is you! Let's do... Nazria, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. I didn't do that.
No, don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Did she get it in her mouth?
No.
Okay, good.
Ooh.
Don't you get a plus 3 to that as well?
Oh, nice. So that's wisdom. I get nothing. So that's 17.
17. That is enough. You pass it. You feel your muscles begin to go rigid for a second. And it's an effect you've seen before when Harmony casts Hold Person. But you shrug it off. And that uses one of their... that level spells. So let me mark that off. Okay. And then one last thing happens before you guys can do things. A lightning bolt strikes down towards the ground. It's going to strike near It's going to strike Hunter. Hunter, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Yeah, +3 to this.
Oh no. Am I close enough to Thaddeus to get
Yeah,
his,
you are. Yeah, +3.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Come on. You said dexterity?
Yep.
It's 14.
14 with the +3 from Thaddeus?
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
Okay. In which case, this lightning bolt strikes you from the sky, and you don't even see it coming in time to dodge out of the way. And you take... Oh, why is it thunder damage? That's weird.
Huh.
I'm going to say that's lightning damage.
Yeah, it's probably this.
You take 22 lightning damage as this lightning bolt strikes you, attracted to your metal armor.
Is it
Then,
22?
yes,
Yeah,
22.
Okay, got it.
Then it is Harmony's turn.
Harmony is going to firebolt Big Hunter off that way.
Okay.
Let's see. Rolls for firebolt.
Spanky, come here, girl. Hey, come here. Oh, you're just gonna look at me from over there?
Give you the gills.
Oh, man.
Why does it like me up?
The fickle Shiba Inu.
Oh, because it's 2 words. Durf. Okay.
And she's gone. Welcome to my life, guys.
So it's a 19 to hit.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she does 2d10 fire damage here. She did 2 fire damage.
Okay.
That's fun.
It catches it on the shoulder, but it almost doesn't even seem to notice it amongst all this rain.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably, narratively, that's the effect of what happened, I suppose. The firebolt gets dampened by the rain.
Do I want to...
She could spend sorcery points.
Yeah, Harmony feels like... This feels like the kind of like damage roll that causes Harmony usually to spend sorcery points.
Yeah,
to me.
I would say so.
So,
So it's 2 for another spell as a bonus action.
yeah, I'm trying to find out what she... I think she's not... So she's gonna... Well, she's gonna do the same thing? Maybe not. Maybe that's not a good idea. Nah, yeah, let's just do one more of these.
Okay. She also does have, like, Fireball.
She does have Fireball, but I'm saving that for when I have people together.
Okay, good thinking.
Oh, that'll definitely hit. That's a huge number.
Mm-hmm. Huge numbers do hit.
27. Oh, that's also a way better damage roll. So that's 17 fire damage. I'm sorry.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And we've lost OBS
Screen
again.
is refreshing right now.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like it's okay. It's off.
It's coming back.
Okay.
There we go. Reconnected.
Harmony is then going to, and I don't know if this will work, but she's gonna walk up here and try and like push off against the shore.
Yeah, she can do that. And she sort of gets maybe like 5 feet back.
Yeah.
Into the ocean.
Right.
Yep. Well, just for the sake of doing something, have her make an athletics check.
Okay.
It's not going to be hard, but.
Athletics is actually pretty good. But that roll was really good. 9.
She's like shoving against it, and she gets maybe like 2 feet out, but it's drifting a little bit.
Okay.
Didn't get quite as far as she wanted. Thaddeus.
Okay.
Actually, hold on.
Mhm.
At the end of her turn, you see the giant extends a hand towards one of these big robotic hunter-like creatures,
Mhm.
and what does it do? We push it to 20 feet or something. Direction it chooses. Okay, it gets pushed by like this gust of wind straight down back into the water, and it just disappears beneath the waves for a moment. Okay, now it is Thaddeus' turn.
Now I can use Thaddeus' turns. Thaddeus, seeing Nazria do her thing, grins a little bit, And he also casts his.
Yeah!
Oh,
Woo! Haste party.
Yeah.
nice.
You joining me the jitters?
Yeah. Then as an action, cast that. I'll mark on my spells so I don't get all wild here. As an action, or as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this dude, the one right in front of me.
Okay.
Hey, my mark.
Yeah, it's Hunter's Mark, which I think is just plus maybe 6 to damage, basically. But also, bad things happen to him if he tries to run now. Okay, so do that again. The hit has a 15.
A 15 does not quite do it.
Has an 18.
An 18 just does it, but then he brings up his hammer and catches you on the hilt of your sword, just parrying it out of the way with his reaction.
Okay. That's all I got. That's my bonus action, then double hit.
Okay, well, Hunter's Mark will be good when it does come into play in the future. Then the ship crew, you can see they're still sailing by off in the distance. 2 more crossbow bolts come sailing out of the darkness, both clattering against the rock. 2 natural ones.
Wow. I guess we had too many announced 20s in session already.
Yeah.
Nazria.
Woo! Okay. Who's closest to me? That guy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kill him. Let's see. We've got a natural 1, and a 16, and a 21.
Okay.
Okay, that's 12.
The natural 1 misses, the 16 misses, the 21 hits, and then, well, actually, let me see how much he can add to his.
I had 4 attacks.
Even if he adds his parry, it still hits, so the 21 hits.
Yay!
Ooh, nice.
And what was the last one?
It was like 12.
Yeah.
12.
It missed.
12. Yep, so 1 hit.
That's what's rolling up the goblin.
Oh, that's
Like
Like
it's
an
orc even.
Yeah.
Don't tell
Savage
her.
attack. Do you see this?
Yeah, I'm saying it. It's BS.
Yeah. What the heck? Okay, that's 14.
14.
I rolled 2
Okay,
4s.
well, that's still pretty good.
2
It's an
4s.
8.
Yeah, I combined them.
And you can see your slash marks are leaving serious damage on the guy. Then, the giant's turn. He's shouting and like bellowing throughout the sky, and it's just each one is a thunderous wave that literally physically smacks you as he shouts. He turns to one of the big hunters that's still up, and you can see he holds out his other hand, and this javelin of wind coalesces in it, and he throws it. And it's a ridiculous attack in his power. He doesn't have to make an attack roll. It just hits within 600 feet. Does quite a bit of damage to the big hunter. And then as it strikes and the big hunter's like struggling to like stay in the air, he coalesces another one and throws it again at the same one. Doosh, doosh, striking him and just pounding him back into the storm. Dealing to him quite a bit of damage. I'm taking the average damage for the giant, and it's still a ton. Okay. And then he shouts out, "You puny mortals always think that you have the right to do whatever you want." And then it is Hunter's turn.
Okay. I don't have anyone in melee, right?
You do not.
Next to me?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna get my bow, and is that hunter that he threw bolts at, is he dead? Or is he still out?
He's still up, and he's sort of blocked by the island.
Okay.
Well, he's up in the air. I'll say you can see him, and since you ignore cover, that's no problem.
Okay, so I'll shoot at him. Does he look pretty damaged?
He looks, fairly damaged.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at that one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my scope, and I will make the first one a sharpshooter attack. And I got 18 to hit the first one.
Okay, just hits.
Okay. And then the next one, I should probably do damage first. Is a 19. So.
Okay.
We'll do the damage. I got 28 damage on the first one. Piercing.
Okay.
And 24 damage on the second one.
Okay. And both of those attacks clatter into his armor, doing quite a bit of damage.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, okay, so another gust goes whipping around the island, and this time it goes for one of those mages there. And you can see, like, one of the mages is just getting, this one here that you can just barely see, is being absolutely buffeted by a gust that is just whipping around the spiral of the island. But they had managed to hold onto a rock and stay where they are. Then it is their turn. The Warforged and the mages. First off, 15, 20, make an athletics check to climb. He gets up there, but that's the rest of his movement. That was 16. Shift around there without leaving your threat range. And the big one comes rising up out of the water again. So the one that shifted around is going to attack Hunter at advantage, seeing an opportunity while he's using his bow. And then there's the other one against Nazria. So against Nazria, I've got a natural 20, I've got a 26, and I've got a 21 to hit.
You just want to kill me, don't you?
That was on the die, that was a 20, a 19, and a 14.
Whoa!
I never roll this well.
But you're gonna half of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's okay, you saw triple digits.
No,
So that
I'm
is
down in double now.
10 damage, half down to 5 for the first one. 11 damage, half down to 5 as well for the second. And then 14 damage, half down to 7 for the third attack. Oh wait, one of them was a crit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
roll these one more time. And add on an additional 15 damage, half down to 7.
Okay.
7 and an 8.
So that's 24 all told.
Okay.
Then against Hunter, 3 attacks at advantage. There is a 23. There's a natural 20. And there's another natural 20.
Oh man.
All right.
Take your scope off.
It's going to be
Oh, my scope is killing me.
15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then this is a crit, so that is 15, holy cow. 29 points of damage, and we've disconnected again.
So 15 plus, you said 29?
Yep.
Okay.
And 25 more points of damage from the second crit.
I am down.
Okay, for the first time in the show.
Yeah, that did a lot more damage than I have HP.
Whoa.
And there is the downside of the scope. We've seen it for the first time.
Seeing Hunter fall, Nazir cries, Hunter!
Then one of these mages is going to make... 2 of them are firing spells at the giant, so you don't have to worry about them. But one of them is going to make a spell attack against Harmony, I think. Seeing that Harmony is a fellow spellcaster. Yeah, let's go for that. Can you have Harmony make for me a Constitution saving throw? It's one of the ones she's good at.
Yeah, and you get lots of plus 3.
Oh, that's very good. That's the 31.
Alright, so she's taking half of this.
Only half?
Yeah. So there's 5. There's 16. Wow. That's 26. All set. 33 points would be normal, but she's taking half of it, so it's down to 16 points of necrotic damage. As a basically centered behind Harmony, so that she's pretty much the only one caught in it. This wave of rippling necrotic death energy it's all like purple, and it sort of like oozes out towards her. But it catches her, and she takes that damage. She's still up?
Yeah.
This is Nausea or Harmony?
That was Harmony.
Oh.
Oh. Did you roll it for Nazria?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it should have been for Harmony.
Okay.
Oops.
So what was it? What was this?
Constitution
Oh, damn.
save.
Okay. All right. Oh, here. That is a 12.
Okay. In which case she's going to take the full of it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So what did I say? 30?
Wait. I can bend luck, right?
Yes.
This is a reaction. Yeah, it's a reaction. 1d4. I wonder if this can even help. Well, I rolled a 4, so that's a 16.
But that's enough. So she has it. So it was down to 15 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Is she looking...
Harmony's looking rough too?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's the end of their turn. And then you watch as a lightning bolt strikes down on one of the big warforged, the same one that's been like smacked by the javelins of wind. It needs to make a dexterity save, I think. Oh, it's gonna fail that for sure. So it takes the full 40 points of damage, I think. No, 22. 22 points of lightning damage. Okay. And then one more thing. All three of the big warforged that are flying up on their jet boots, they re-extend those lines of energy towards the giant, and he needs to make a saving throw. Where did my d20 go? I just had it. I'll use this one. Oh, there it is. No! Ooh, shoot. He might fail. Let's see. His charisma saving throw is actually really good, but even with a 15, he fails. And so you watch as the giant, you see like its muscles begin to weaken, and it starts to, he physically staggers to a knee and says, "No, my strength!" And the beams of energy that are connecting him to the warforged seem to pulse with electric energy. And then it seems the glass containers in their chest seem to fill with like this electrical energy.
Ooh.
Then it is Harmony's turn.
Alright. This might be the time to break out Fireball. Harmony is going to center a Fireball here
Okay.
to get these three in.
All right. Yeah, they're all about the same height level, so that should be fine. I'll make you 3 dexterity saving throws.
She's going to get back in the boat after that.
For mage number 1, I don't know if this will do it. That is only a 13.
No.
Mage number 2, that's even less.
No.
And the third one in there is the Warforged. Okay, yeah, that's a 12.
Yeah,
So all 3 fails for full damage.
So that's 86.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that, and let me know how much they take.
It's 46. I just you get 2 d6s on me?
You can keep those. None of my rolls need them right now.
Okay. $29 fire damage on all of them.
Okay. You watch as the big Warforged over there The fireball basically, like, it ripples out and the fire energy connects with his chest, and the place where it was glowing and like containing that electrical energy just implodes outward. Even bigger fire effect than you would have expected from a fireball. Centers around him, and there's just sparks falling down into the water now. The other two are okay, but that hurt quite a bit. You said how much total?
That was 29.
29, okay.
I imagine they might have to make a concentration.
These two are not actually concentrating on anything at the moment.
In that case,
Then it is Thaddeus' turn.
well, she's still got bonus action, sorcerer points.
Okay.
So I say, why not, right? Let's have another fireball.
Okay.
It goes dex save again.
Same 3?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's one that's going to succeed. One of the Eye of the World wizards is going to get a 20 total. The other one gets an 11. And then the Warforged blew up, so he doesn't have to make a save.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that was weird that he was making a save. Alright. So the damage here is... It's alright. 30.
30. Ooh!
Very good, very good.
Okay.
I mean, it was fire.
They look like charred crisps. Go ahead and roll for her twice AC for wild magic.
I rolled once already.
Okay.
And nothing happens.
Okay.
It's on 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything is fine on that front. Then 2 more crossbow bolts fly off from the ship. This time they look like they're directed at the giant. But they go wide. The distance is really killing Vistra over there. Nazria.
Ooh, okay. So I want to revive Hunter. I also want to give Harmony a potion.
Okay, so giving someone a potion is an action.
Okay. Since I have haste, do I have 2 actions?
You do.
Yeah, and actually you can use your haste action to use object, so you could do that.
So could I attack and then give a potion?
Not to mitigate too much, but I have a thing that I can work right up for this if you want to wait.
Oh, okay.
I will not require you doing anything.
Did I just skip Thaddeus?
I can get about.
I think I might have just skipped Thaddeus.
Oh, did you?
Because he should have been after Harmony.
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay.
did.
Oh,
All right.
So sorry. Think about what you're going to do.
Okay.
Thaddeus, do your thing.
Okay. Thaddeus takes a deep breath and says, Nasri, you have to get this. This is on you now.
What?
And goes over to Nasria, or goes over to Harmony.
Has that guy used his reaction to parry?
No.
And he's going to take a swing at
When you did your...
Yeah, he parried one of
Oh, he did, you're right.
But
yeah.
they did just have a turn
Yeah,
just
I
a
put it
minute
in, but I
ago.
think they did it after.
So. But it's a miss anyways.
Well, because I'm hasted, so my haste is higher.
Ethan, we're offline, by the way.
Are we? Completely?
Yeah.
I'm still seeing it go. And also the camera's falling
Not,
down.
unless I need to refresh. I'll try
Yeah.
to refresh.
I'm still seeing it.
This is the jankiest stream, guys.
Oh, we're good.
We're usually not
Sorry.
this bad.
Just refresh the page.
This is a weird scenario for us. Alright.
His first action he is going to use to do his lay on hands on Harmony
Okay.
and restore 45 hit points. Or I guess not. She only needs 43, but it's not. So she's up to full. And then his second action, he's going to. I don't actually have that spell anymore. I just realized. Okay, the other two go to. Well, I should probably give Harmony less and Harm more. Yeah, I'll give Harmony 20 of these.
Okay.
And then Hunter will get the other 40 or 25.
Okay. So Zach then, as Thaddeus rushes over and lays his hand down onto you, you take back 12 hit points.
Yeah, okay.
Because you have healing from magical sources. Good. Then that is Thaddeus' turn. You got anything else?
No, I was going to do another thing, but then I realized I actually couldn't. All my third level spell saves are gone because I cast Remove Curse on myself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was a good move.
But it was following your character,
It was.
so that's what matters. Then it is Nasria's turn. Sorry about that.
So when you're hasted, does your armor, your AC,
Your AC goes up by 2.
By 2.
by 2?
Yeah.
So I guess maybe some of those should have been missing. But now we know.
No. It's
I know.
my turn. Okay, so Hunter's back.
Mm-hmm. He's still on the ground, but you can see his eyes have opened up again, and the lights are shining in there.
Ooh, okay,
And hear the windows noise. Boom.
I'm gonna ask Hunter. Hunter, do you need a potion?
I think I'll be okay.
Alright! Okay, I'm gonna just keep on attacking.
Hit the Warforged. We need to bring them down.
Yeah. First. Oh, natural 20!
Alright.
There we go.
Here, Nasria gets to be really brutal.
Oh, here it comes!
So that's 3d12 plus 2d6 for Orc Splitter.
Oh my god.
Plus your rage damage.
Oh,
My
man.
dice.
Oh,
Plus
yes.
my rage. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write this down.
Jeez.
So 2d6. 3. Oh my god, this is
3d12
this
plus
is
rage
incredible.
damage plus your strength modifier.
plus strength. Oh my, that's 10 right there. I've automatically got 13. Okay. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay.
Let me see, which one is this here you're fighting? Nasria, I'm just going to say you're going to, keep calculating because it's fun, but you're going to eviscerate this guy. How do you want to kill him?
I'm so excited. I have no idea. Just like the most brutal thing you can think.
Alright, so you, slash one slash and, his head goes completely off and it falls off into the ocean, rolling down the beach. And then you, still in your rage, just in fury, just, go and, tackle the body. And you, hold it up above your head and then tear both arms off.
Oh my god.
And toss them into the surf as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That was 46 damage, by the way. Take that, Sean.
And that was attack number 1.
Wow.
That's what we'll name this guy.
Yeah.
This
This NPC.
Yeah.
Completely unrelated.
So I assume you want to move towards one of these other guys here?
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, that was only my first attack of 3.
Just go ahead and make an athletics check real quick to climb up the 5-foot cliff here.
Acrobatics? Wait, acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. Did I say
nice.
acrobatics? My bad.
No, I might have misheard. 17?
Easy. You just come shooting up, especially with haste.
Yeah.
You come rocketing up this little 5-foot vault, and you're
I like to imagine she just jumped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Just,
you land heavily in front of this guy, and he's faltering backwards. Take the remaining 3 attacks against him.
Ooh. Okay, that's a hit. 28. 19. And 23.
Okay, the 28 and the 23 hit for sure. He then parries away the 19.
Okay.
But that's 2 hits.
He's not good. I hope. Oh. 6 plus 10, 16. Ooh, that's better. 18.
18 total?
No, 18.
No, 34.
Yeah.
Oh, 34 total. Woo!
I guess
Okay.
that was okay.
And then, yeah, basically you, cleave off one of his arms and take off his crossbow. And, get a good attack down his leg, but he's still standing, just barely.
Just a flesh wound.
At that point, then it's the giant's turn. In his weakened state, he takes his lightning sword and he says, "No, not like this!" And he is going to take 2 attacks at one of these necromancers, hitting with both. They don't have AC for nothing. And so he, with his lightning sword now at reduced damage, I'm not even looking at the giant stat block. There we go. Yeah, okay. This is not one of the mages who took the fireballs earlier. So I'll put this one on here.
Electricity.
Takes quite a bit of damage from Voltus. And he's just basically saying, "No! You mortals will learn your place!" And the necromancer, the Eye of the World mage, is staggering back from these 2 attacks. Hunter.
Yep.
Just lost music.
Yeah, the video's flickering too.
At least the VOD will be fine.
Yeah,
So
there's that.
yeah,
Just play through.
play through. Don't mind.
It throws on a really good face of Nick.
Sweet. Hunter, it's your turn. You're back up. You have to sort of use some of your movement to stand back up. But then,
Okay,
what would you
so
like
I'll
to do?
stand up. And then I have if I'm looking at the map correctly, I have one guy next to me, correct?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Try and take this out if you can.
Hunter has the realization now that this giant guy is going to be really upset with Hunter lookalikes, so I want to consider leaving.
This is also true.
But I will pull my...
You can see as you sort of survey the beach and consider leaving, Harmony is pushing back in a rowboat.
That's
I'm
right.
like, wait for me! I need to come too!
So you're gonna disengage and go with her?
Yeah, I'm going to disengage and go with her.
Yeah, you can get onto there easy.
Okay, I was going to ask Harmony to, like, minor illusion me, but I didn't know if that would work, or if that was, like, concentration or not, so...
That's not really
to,
something
like, change me
minor
to something
illusion
else,
can
but I
do.
didn't think it was worth using, so...
Yeah. So
I'll
let's see.
disengage and go with Harmony, and can I also pull a weapon out, or like a shield?
Yeah, you could switch weapons, but
Okay.
that's about all you can do because disengage is your action. Then you've got to move. So unless you've got a bonus action.
I think I still have a bonus action, so I'll take the shield out, I guess.
Okay.
See if I can block anything that
Cool.
comes towards us.
So then that is Hunter's turn. The Warforged are starting to get rather diminished at this point, but the one that is in front of Nazria will make a couple attacks.
Ooh.
Remember your haste AC.
+2.
So it's 17, 25, and a 13.
25 hits.
And that is 6 plus 4. That's 10 damage, half down to 5.
Ooh.
Then the two big Warforged will make the giant make another saving throw. This time he seems to be fine. His electrical energy is still slowly pulsing into these vessels in their chests, but he seems to be slowing it down all right. And then these mages, seeing that their forces are in trouble because of you guys now at this point, I think 2 of them are still casting spells at the giant, but one of them will... Oh, what is a good spell for here? I know exactly what I want to use. I need, let's see, 20-foot radius of about there, I think. So that'll get all of you guys. So I need Hunter, Thaddeus, and Harmony to make strength saving throws.
Hunter and
Okay.
Thaddeus get the +3. Harmony is too far away at this point.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 25.
Okay, that passes. It's fine. Don't mind. Play
Don't
through.
mind. Okay.
I got extremely bad. I got a 9.
Okay, that's a fail.
Yeah, and Harmony got a 4.
Okay. That's 2 fails and a pass from Hunter. I lied. I actually do need those d6s. Can
Okay.
I borrow those back?
We're offline again.
That's fine. I'm resigned to having a terrible situation right now. So.
That's the spirit.
Yep. So those of you who fail take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And it doesn't say or half, from what I can tell, which is strange, but it doesn't say it, so it doesn't say it. So Hunter, you're fine.
Okay, great, because that was really close.
A whirling wind begins to pick up in this area, centered on this point around over here, within 20 feet, capturing all of you. And the wind just buffets into you, and that's the source of the bludgeoning damage. The sphere's space is also difficult terrain, so getting out of there with the boat will be difficult. And then, as a bonus action, the mage can then do one more thing. And Thaddeus, make me a... I need to make a ranged spell attack. That's what it is. Oh, shoot.
Oh no.
It's probably a hit. 14 plus something or other. Yeah, so that's 21,
Yeah, my AC is only 20 now.
even with haste?
Even with haste.
Okay. It's not that high of damage, so that's good. So Thaddeus takes 7 lightning damages from the center of the sphere of wind. A bolt of lightning strikes out and like latches onto your armor and deals the damage to you.
All right.
And then that is Mage's turn. As part of the same thing, a lightning bolt is going to strike one of those injured mages that the giant has been dealing with. I don't think they can live at this point. Nope, they can't. So they are dead. Just like lightning strikes them, there's a Wilhelm scream. No, it's one of the other two. There's a Wilhelm scream, and then the body goes falling off the back of the island, and you don't see it anymore. Then it is Harmony's turn.
Okay. And Thaddeus yells out to Harmony, "That one, take the one." And Harmony says, "You're not the boss of me," and then she does it anymore.
That's exactly
That
how
is
would
exactly
go.
what she would say.
So she's going to make a...
Can you also... I don't remember how many hits Harmony has taken, but just make one concentration check for banishment.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's pretty strong.
Okay, then yeah. We'll say that the Warforged is still banished.
Give that a little bit more attack.
I forgot about him.
I forgot entirely.
Let's see. That's a 17? Oh, nope, a 15 to hit on the Warforged.
Does not quite hit.
Okay. I think Harmony at this point is going to try serving her spell. So it starts to run to show back to the rest.
Okay. Then that's Harmony, and we're up to Thaddeus.
Okay.
Who is rowing this boat backwards?
Oh,
you're not in the boat.
I'm not in the boat. I'm about to
I would row the boat with her, Harmony, and I.
Okay.
Yeah, and like Thaddeus says, "Hunter, you too, on that one." And then Thaddeus does the most ridiculous thing anybody's ever seen him do. 1, 2. How high up is this guy?
I mean, he's pretty darn high. Like, he's pretty parallel with the top of this peak.
Okay.
So he's something like 50 feet up.
Okay. How high is this?
That's probably like 30?
Good. 1, 2. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not. That's not 6. How many is this?
Well, you'd have to make an athletics check
Yeah.
to climb it.
Okay.
But other
But how
than
many
that,
feet of movement is it?
I mean, it's only like 5 feet up, so
Okay.
it would count as 5 if you can climb up.
Oh no. Athletics check is a 9.
9. The rocks are slippery, Breath of the Wild style, and yeah, you can't quite get up it.
Okay. 6. So that would keep me down here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make another try? Because I still have 30 feet of movement left.
Oh, yeah, that's right. With haste, then sure,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll allow another try. Actually, just go ahead and make the last one with advantage, I suppose.
Okay.
Because of haste. I forgot about it entirely.
It's a 1.
No! Yeah, then you're kind of stuck down there. I
I should
think.
have gone the other way, but these guys were in the way. Man, it's such a cool thing I was going to do, and I can't do it.
You could probably still reach up and swipe at that guy's legs, the one that Harmony, or that Nazria is fighting, if you have an action.
I still have 2 actions, actually. So I haven't even dashed it. I just have like twice as far moving.
Oh, well, I mean, if you've got a dash you can use, then you could try that to get up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try that then.
Okay, then yeah, I'll allow another check at advantage to get back up.
Can I do it from over here? Because I get my movement speed is doubled, and I can dash.
Yep.
Okay. There. Let's do this. Not roll 1 this time.
Oh no.
2 2s.
Oh no! It's just so slippery, Nick. I'm sorry. The dice are telling us something horrible.
Even the dice are slippery.
Alright, so I've used my move. I've used one of my 2 actions. Now I'm going to use my second action.
Okay.
To do the same freaking thing again.
Do it.
This is a, you said athletics?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13.
Okay. This time you manage to find the right handhelds, and you're up there, it only costs you 5 feet of movement as it would.
So I don't get to attack, but I do get to misty step on top of this guy.
Dang!
What?
Okay, yeah, you find yourself right on his shoulder, and he's like, he's like looking up at you. You're there.
Oh, what?
That is ridiculous, Thaddeus. I love it. Ship crew. I should have made these attacks in advance.
Don't spreadsheet about that. It's just because it's very confusing.
One of the ship crew's bullets actually does strike the giant for a little bit of damage.
No, giant buddy.
And he's like looking around, he's like, "Where did that come from? Who did that?" And he's just
He's just having a bad day.
yeah, he's furious. He's having a horrible day.
Aw.
Then that's the ship crew's turn. Nazria.
Woo! Okay, I'm gonna finish killing this guy.
Then get the other guy.
Then get the damage 22. No, that's not
No,
damage.
That's a hit.
You
It
have to
hits.
hit first.
It hits for sure.
That's still a D. Wait, did you what the hit? Oh, 22.
No, yeah, 22. That's better. Okay. That's 22 damage.
Okay. Yep. He's gone. You can pull him off.
Okay. And then who's next? Oh, that guy. Oh, he's still alive. Okay.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He actually, I don't think, has been really damaged yet. He's just done a lot
That's
of
about
damage.
to change. Okay.
According to my
Ethan,
record.
can you move the, can you fix the map camera real quick?
I'm so sorry. This setup is so
Okay,
janky.
it just drew down, so.
Alright, there we go. Cool.
Okay. Oh, a critical. 26 and 24.
How do you want to kill this guy?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I don't think
I
you
want to
can't
just
not.
look at him, and I want him to explode.
Alright, so this is what happens. You look at him, and he can see, like, he sees the scattered
Like
parts
his
of his
bolts,
fallen
like,
brethren.
unbolts and-
He looks up to his necromancer masters up at the top of the rock, and he sees that they're being defeated too. He looks back at you, and you can see the rage, the like foam frothing from your mouth. Yeah, and he begins to back away, and as he begins to turn and run, you just pounce on him with Orc Splitter, and from top to bottom, straight down the back of the body,
Yay.
split him open.
Good roll.
Dang. The giant then is going to make 2 sword attacks against one of those mages. Oh wow, that's bad. But even he gets a plus 14 to hit, so even with a 2 and a 6 on the dice, he slaughters that blue-robed mage there. There was no way it could have even survived. So that one is dead.
Who did Thaddeus call out for us to target?
The big Warforged.
Yeah, this dude over
The big
here.
one, okay.
Um,
And the one that I was shooting, that one exploded, right? So now that's a different one?
Yeah, it's a different one.
Okay, cool.
Oh shoot. What just happened here? Oh. Never mind, that's what it is. Hunter, it's your turn. I thought I'd lost a
Okay.
card.
Can I shoot from the bow?
Yeah,
And-
since you can place your bow, but I'm gonna say probably it would be at disadvantage because the boat is wobbly.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I scope it, then it'll be
Flat
make it
roll.
flatter?
Be a flat
Okay,
roll.
Cool. So we'll try that, and I'll try and do. Let's see. I'll shoot the big warforged like Thaddeus suggested.
Okay. The one that Thaddeus is perched on, or the other one?
Oh, he's perched on one. I thought he was perched on the giant for a second.
No, he's perched on a Warforged shoulder.
The big hunter. Okay,
Yeah.
the one that he told me to
It's
attack.
the
is
other
what
one.
I will attack.
Okay. And that's that one. Go for it.
Okay, so I got a 22 to hit, and I'm gonna make that a tripping attack.
Okay.
So he has
22
to make a
definitely
DC 18
hits.
Strength save.
He has a high
That
plus
hits.
to his strength. But it is only a 12 on the save.
So he falls.
Okay.
So I guess I'm aiming for like his engines.
And yeah, the arrow connects and it splutters out one of his fiery boots, and he like goes like jerking and falling down towards the water, hitting the waves and falling beneath.
Okay, and it is
Should also.
How much is that? 20 piercing damage. And then, what else is targetable? Is he? I can't shoot him at this point, right?
He's completely
He's in the
submerged.
water?
You can see
Okay,
the
so-
giant or one of the mages.
There's still a mage?
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
one
so
mage.
I'll shoot. Okay, I'll shoot one of the mages with my second one.
Okay.
And I got a 18 to hit.
That hits for sure.
Okay, and then is Nazria next to anybody right now?
No. Natsu killed everybody she was next
Yeah,
to.
I killed everyone.
So everybody's dead. Okay.
Everyone I know is
I
dead.
don't think I need to help her, so she's fine. So I'll just do straight damage with this one. I was thinking about doing maneuvering, but 17 piercing.
Okay. And that's
And then,
against.
I don't know if I can do this, but can I continue rowing with my turn or not?
No, you've got your bow out, so you're pretty stuck
Okay,
to doing
that's
that.
Cool. Alright.
Hold on, I'm losing people on my initiative card, or not my initiative card, my health card here. So that was against the necromancer. You did that damage. How much damage did you do against the mage? 17?
Yeah.
17. Okay. And you can see at this point, since that's the rest of Hunter's turn,
Yes.
the mage, the last remaining mage, shouts something out to the Warforged that are the one that one of them will rise back up out of the water. That's part of it. The jet boot seems to be functioning again, and they just go back up into the sky. Then the mage shouts out in a language that Hunter only you understand. It's the language from your homeland, and she shouts.
Okay.
Hurry up and get what we came for! We've got to get out of here! We're being overrun! We weren't counting on these people showing up! And then the giant makes a saving throw. And
Can
you...
I shout out a translation of that to everybody? Just tell them, like, they're trying to flee!
Yeah, you could shout that. So the rest of you hear Hunter shout that over the wind and rain. Then the beams that are connecting the giant to the big Warforged pulse again with electrical energy.
Then Harmony is going to try and bend locks with the giant.
Okay, roll your d4. It's going to have to be good because you rolled pretty bad.
It's a 1.
Okay, it was a good try. But you can see a pulse of energy. It almost seems to like... You had this purplish skin before, and it almost seems to drain the color from the skin, leaving behind this ashen-colored giant in its place. And it just, you can see like the light fade from its eyes, and it just collapses to a knee, and then falls forward. And there's a heavy thud as it just shakes the ground as it lands there, and does not get back up. The energy then pulses back towards the containers on the Warforged bodies, and Thaddeus, the one that you're riding on, begins to then descend down into the water.
Okay.
So you basically end the turn in the water, just on top of it as it's like going down beneath the waves.
Do I need to make a check to hold on?
Go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Okay. Who's strike or dex?
Well, do either. Whichever one's better for you.
Why can't I roll above a 2? Yeah, that turns into a 9 or 10.
Okay. Well, with a 10, you manage to cling on it,
Okay.
if it's a 10. But it's just barely. You're like, this thing is slipperier than the rocks, and you're like sliding down it. And then it hits the water and submerges underwater. And you can see the mage does like a yes sign. We did it! And then cast a spell on herself. And then that is their turn. Harmony's turn.
Can Harmony see the mage?
Yes.
Okay, then let's cast Firebolt on the mage.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Oops.
Guys, is it okay if we go like 10 minutes over? Because we definitely can't wrap it up.
14.
14 damage?
Yeah.
I think if we go 10 minutes over, we can get to a really good stopping point.
Cool.
Necromancer, that one. And what spell was that?
That was Firebolt.
Firebolt. The fire collides with the mage's chest, and as she looks like she was about to go running and like sliding down the cliffs the other way to like get into the water or something. But the firebolt catches her in the back, and she goes toppling over the edge, dead.
Good job, huh?
Then
can this episode be called Murder Islands?
potentially. Then is that all for Harmony?
Yeah.
Thaddeus. You're basically like treading water, and you can see the Warforged beneath you is sinking lower and lower into the depths.
I was trying to hang on to him.
Oh, that's right. So you're basically holding on to it as it's just a weight that is going down, down, down.
Is it disadvantage to attack underwater?
If you don't have a specific set of weapons, and your weapon I don't believe is one of them.
Okay.
It's like a trident, a spear, but you've got a longsword, so I don't think that's the case.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's disadvantage, so I'll just make 3 attacks at disadvantage.
Okay.
The first one's a 1.
That's a miss.
Second one's a 20.
That will hit.
Okay.
Wow, 20 at disadvantage.
And the third one is 24.
And that's also a hit.
Alright, I'm putting second level Divine Smites on both of these hits.
Oh, nice.
And so cross off these 2 spell slots here. Oh wait, can I retcon to a like bonus action on this margin first?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll allow that. Because he didn't have anything else for a bonus action.
Yeah. I need one of those 2/6s back. I got it. Let's see if this was worth it or
I
not.
hear all those dice.
This is a lot of dice going on right now.
Oh my gosh, I can hear them.
This could make a big difference in things.
$64 damage.
Which puts me. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, with the divine smite and the cold damage, you tear like a big chunk out of his shoulder, and he like wrenches with like the sort of. I mean, you've seen Hunter gets physically hurt by things. It's the same sort of thing. Even though he's this construct, he gets physically hurt, and he like looks up to you, and you can see the like lamp-like eyes. Still alive.
Yeah,
But-
I can't though. I like have to kick off and leave.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold my breath much longer.
It was pretty close.
Oh,
But,
man, that
yeah.
was really close.
He is sinking really far down, and like as soon as he does hit the bottom, he's going to start moving. Then that is Thaddeus' turn, which means it's the ship crew. They don't have any more targets. Nazria.
Okay. There's not very much to do anymore.
Yeah, you can see one big warforged floating up there.
Yeah, I think I could hit him then. Or could I?
You could throw a hand axe at him if you got closer.
Yeah. Should I try?
You'd probably lose your hand axe in the surf.
I've got 2 hand axes. It's not worth it though, is it?
It is. Go for it.
Is it?
Do it.
You can always get more hand
Right,
axes.
you can
This is
jump
fair.
on him.
And I've got like
Nazria
1 million
style.
attacks. Yeah.
Hey, Thaddeus can do it. I can do it too.
Yeah, why not? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run over. Oh, my speed is doubled, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you can get
God.
super close.
I mean, that's as close as I can get, right?
hmm
So I'm going to throw some axes at him.
Okay, you've got 2 axes you can throw.
Okay. Oh. Please be something good. Okay.
He's high up though, so they are at disadvantage.
Oh,
Because I think the range for a hand axe is like 20 feet, unless you go long to 60.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a 1.
Okay, so one hand axe off into the surf.
Okay. That's another one. I'm throwing out this die.
There's another one. It was a good attempt. But then the giant is gone. Hunter.
Yeah.
You've got pretty much one target at this point.
I have what?
One target at this point.
Okay. Well, he's trying to go down, right?
He looks like, yeah, probably he's about to start going down underwater.
Okay, he's gonna dive. Okay. Well, I will. Oh boy. Go big or go home, I guess. Try to get this guy. Is he pretty wounded or not?
This one has not been hit all that much. He's been hit a little.
I don't know if there's much I can do. I don't think I can kill him even with max damage if...
I completely forgot about the storm sphere I put on. I put a storm sphere here forever ago and completely forgot about it. But that's fine. The mage probably lost concentration when it got smacked by lightning swords anyways.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to focus on keeping the boat afloat and rowing, but I don't think I can kill him. So I don't have a magic range weapon. I do piercing damage. If he's like me, then he'll take reduced.
Okay, so you're just rowing back from the island?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Then as you're rowing, you notice that now that the storm giant has fallen over and isn't moving again, the storm clouds that were spiraling above this peak seem to be calming down quite a bit. And the waves themselves also get calmer, and the rain seems to be pattering to a stop.
Okay.
So that's Hunter. The last Warforged, submerges himself under the water and disappears from your view. Probably about that time, this Warforged pops up in your boat.
Oh no!
So you've got
Forgot about that guy.
you got Warforged and Harmony and you in a boat. Is it at the end of her turn, or is it at?
It's at it's at the end of her turn.
Then yeah, probably about then. He's going to come back pretty soon, but he will be gone for now. Then that's them. Then it's Harmony's turn.
Okay. Is that mage still alive? No, that mage died. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
There's no targets left at all, right?
Nope.
Okay. Does Harmony have any potions?
She should have quite a few, I think.
Yeah, she just made some on the boat the other night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Harmony's gonna try
Yeah,
going up the hill. Are we still in initiative?
At this point, no, we can drop it.
Yeah. Then actually, Harmony's not the type to climb, so she's gonna cast a motion bow and see if she can, if this potion will work on the giant.
Okay. Just a healing potion?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. Well, actually, since we're trying to save time, we won't do it. The potion pours down his throat, and he's completely lifeless. His body is unmoving.
Search the body! Yay! I was just gonna search the body.
Okay. The giant himself does not have much on him, neither do the corpses of the Warforged. However, the mages will each have a grand total, so 4 mages, so that's... have a grand total of, in assorted coins, 90 gold.
Nice.
And their robes and their casting implements. And then also you find on one of them...
Ooh, can I take one of their robes? Are they still intact?
Yeah, they're very intact.
With the
Well,
eye
some
and
of them
everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna take those.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Do we find any gems?
No.
Okay. So much for that plan.
If you need gems for something like a spell, Harmony has some gems.
Oh yeah. What gems does Harmony have? I wonder if she has them right. Oh yeah, she has a lot of things written down on the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Do you need a diamond though?
Like
I need
shiny
a
things.
diamond.
She does not have a diamond.
Okay.
I don't think I've given her a diamond.
Oh well.
However, if you have a spell that requires money to spend it,
Mhm.
then you can cast it. If you want to try. Because that's
Wait
sort
a
of how I
second,
work
you need a
material
diamond?
Oh,
components. If you've got the money, you can spend it.
Who has the party funds?
Hold on, wait, did you say you need a diamond?
I need a diamond.
So do you say this out loud?
Yeah.
Are you asking?
Does anybody have a
So
diamond?
I'm gonna pull the Cranston crown out and see if it has any gems encrusted in it.
It does, but none of them are diamonds.
Or the other jewelry that they have
Yeah.
that we got.
However, if Thaddeus knows what spells he can cast and such, so if you've got the money, you can spend it to cast the spell.
What do we have in the party loot?
The party loot. What do you mean the gold?
Yeah, party funds.
How much do you need?
300.
Yeah, you can do 300.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah. I don't know what it's for, but I trust you.
Because then Thaddeus can kneel down and cast Revivify.
Revivify?
Yeah.
You kneel down and you begin to prepare the ritual. You set up the diamond near the body and begin to focus your prayer through the diamond. However, the prayer doesn't take and the diamond isn't consumed. This body cannot be restored.
We did everything we
You want me to
could.
subtract 300 still
Go
for
ahead
the
and,
diamond or not?
Thaddeus, make a religion or arcana check, I suppose.
Okay, it still wasn't enough. Guess what Thaddeus does not have?
Religion or arcana.
You got a 13.
Okay. You know sort of the conditions of resurrecting someone necessitates that their soul be willing and capable to come back. And that's really one of the few conditions. This giant probably does not have a soul anymore. And that's why he's dead.
Okay. That's what we saw being drawn into the Warforged.
Other than that, you do find one more thing on one of the necromancers, the lady who was trying to flee at the end.
Okay.
And if you want to read that out loud, go for it.
You want to read? You were the one searching the bodies.
Oh, right, okay. June?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a letter.
Yes.
Okay. June, I'm making progress here in Farendel. I've secured 4 of the 8 for Orin, but the remainder remain elusive. Do not fear, however, because Wen and I may have secured a potential ally to help root them out. I do hope you attempt to lure the ancient giant from his lair is... Wait, what? I do hope your attempt to lure the ancient giant from his lair is successful. We need that soul for Orin's plans to come into fruition within the proper time frame. Core.
Yeah, and that's the signature is Core.
So when she says the name when, I'm gonna ask for the parchment and see. Like, can I see that for a second?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at it closely, see if anything. Oh.
And the letter is written in common, but the name is spelled out the way your friend Wen's name would have been spelled.
Boy. Okay. And can I decipher anything else from it? Or maybe I'll sleep on it.
Yeah, you'll have plenty of time to think about the letter and what it could possibly mean. But for the sake of expediency, that's pretty much what you find on the bodies. And then I assume, unless there's anything else you want to do, you rowboat back out?
Yeah.
Okay. Then...
Did that Warforged come back?
No, the two... Oh, eventually he comes back, but you, push him into the water and he's gone. He's done for.
Where's my friends?
He just, sees this dead giant.
I would like to inspect the crossbows and the Warforged bodies with the remainder of time that we have on the island.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can gather up their crossbows and, examine the mechanism, but that's going to take a little time.
Yeah. If everyone's okay with waiting for me to kind of gather and investigate.
Nazir and I both have haste up, and we're probably just standing there waiting. And then he comes back and says, "Oh!"
Completely eviscerated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you collect, so there were, if you want to collect them all, there were 6, I think.
6 Warforged riders.
There were 6 Warforged on the island, so you can gather all of their crossbows.
Okay.
And then, for the sake of expediency, you make your way back into the rowboats, back onto the SS Proudfoot, to the... Proud Bow. I was thinking about the Hobbit there for a second. To the elated cries and like the rest of the crew is eager to hear the stories of what happened there because I couldn't quite see except for Vistra, who was taking pot shots.
He probably looked at them like, they slew the giant!
Yeah. So they're all excited to hear your tale, and you sort of correct them. The giant wasn't actually the bad guy, it was those wizards. And the tales basically like last, and they continue to ask for this tale of this fight over and over again throughout the remaining 2 days of the trip, which go by rather peacefully on smooth seas now that the storms over the Heart Lake have abated. And you land in a port town. But even from the port town, hold on, I have some text I want to read, and then we're going to end.
Gotcha.
You make your way through the port town and the outlying farm villages that surround the capital, but you can see the great city from the moment you disembark the SS Proudbow. The city of Ferendel is truly a sight to behold. While some cities expand their boundaries outward while they grow, it seems as if Ferendel expanded vertically instead, because of the rocky outcroppings that surround it on all sides. You can see thick, ancient stone walls that formed its original defenses and the base of its structure. They stretch for miles horizontally, making it the biggest city you've encountered on your journey by far, even if it had not been developed vertically the way it has been. Several layers of similarly tall stone walls appear to have been built upon the originals, culminating in a series of heavy metallic walls forming the most recently added layers at the very top. From the outside, the city almost appears to be a massive multi-layered tower that reaches hundreds of feet towards the heavens. The road leading up to the city leads up to an impressive wrought iron gate with a series of portcullises. They are all open and allow passage inside to all visitors. As you step through into the capital city proper, you are greeted by a sight of true modern wonder. Metallic vehicles pulled forward along their routes without the aid of horses drive down the streets in orderly lanes. Speakers outside the storefronts play music and advertisement to invite customers in. And the streets, though dark due to the nearly cavern-like appearance created by the crisscrossing streets and byways of layers added above, are lit by streetlights with electric bulbs. Though the architecture of the buildings on this level is very medieval in its nature, even the simplest of homesteads within the city limits show signs of modern innovation, such as brass pipes that whistle and release steam at regular intervals. Welcome to Ferendel, the capital city of Freydin, a city that has stood the test of time and is launching the world of Elendal into a new age of invention and discovery. And that is where we're ending tonight's session. So thanks for sticking around a long time. I've wanted to get to that point for a long time.
I bet, yeah. It's a cool city.
Yeah, I'm very excited to start actually planning Ferendel and all the stuff that is going to happen there. It's going to be crazy. But we're taking a little break to do some one-shots after this, taking a break from the main story. So we're going to actually play through Tales of the Yawning Portal's White Plume Mountain, and then if there's time, we might have Zach DM something. We'll see. But I don't know how many sessions White Plume Mountain is actually going to take. But either way, it'll be fun. So do come back. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry the end was a little bit rushed, but I'm really glad we got through it. And yeah, we'll see you all back next time. So enjoy, and good night.
Good night.